Okay, so today we are going to do a tutorial on makeup again using that same Stila palette I used the last time, but we're going to do a smoky eye look. So I just got out my primer, the Japanesque. I put that on, and now we're going for the concealer, which again is the same concealer I used in the last video. It's by Under Eye by It. So I'm tapping it and then I'm just buffing it out. Little circles and little windshield wipers, back and forth, little circles. So if you didn't watch the first video, you might want to watch it just to kind of get, I go really slow as to how to do this whole thing. So I'm kind of going to go through this fairly quickly. That's the Too Faced Born This Way. Love that foundation. Everything is available at Ulta. So I'm just kind of getting it all onto my face. I put it on the top of my hand and then just tap it all on. Just trying to get it all over my face, and then we'll buff it out. Bet you didn't know I could do my makeup this quick, huh? Extra speedy. So here we go. So buffing it out, smoothing out any imperfections there, getting it really blended well. Everything, the key to your makeup is blending, blending, blending. Okay, so now my eyelids still look quite red, so my favorite primer for the eyes is MAC. It's called Painterly. It's a paint pot, and you can use a concealer brush to put that on, and if you don't have a concealer brush, you can put it on with your fingers. And you just want to get that entire eyelid looking good. Professional by Benefit. Love it. It's a translucent powder, so there's no color to it. Seals in the pores. And also, so we just put that concealer under our eyes. It's a little bit sticky. So if you put that on there, when makeup flakes off onto your cheeks, it'll just kind of fall off. So there was that Stila color. We're going with the dark charcoal color gray. And then there's kind of a light silvery blue-gray color. So we're only going to use 2 colors today. And I'm just patting it onto my eye, and I'm blending it up to the crease. So just kind of pat it on to start, and then you can kind of blend. And remember, blending is everything. And I know you get a little scared using the darker colors. Don't. Just start with less, and you can add more, right? Less is more, unless you're me. And then, of course, more is more. Okay, so now we're going to start with that lighter color. We're going to do that little smaller bristly brush so we have a lot of control, and we're going to go from the corner and go up into that crease a little bit more than halfway. See? Looks good. And the other side, windshield wipers, up and over, stay in that crease. You can go a little bit further than halfway. Okay? Oh, looks good. Okay, now we're taking the that other brush, our fluffy blending brush. There's nothing on it, and we're just going to go back and forth windshield wipers, and we're going to actually just kind of spread it, fan it up a little bit higher into the brow bone. But there's nothing on that brush, so it's just our blending brush. And again, we don't want to see where one color starts and one color ends, so it's all about the blending. And now you can go all the way to the corner of your eye and just blend it all together. Looking pretty. So we blended that out pretty well. So we're going to go back in with the dark color, and we're going to go into the corner and get the corner and the crease again with the darker color. Make that little V, go outside in and into that crease, just in that corner. Add a little more dimension there. And then, of course, if your makeup falls down onto your face, then you can always go back in with some concealer. That's kind of my problem area. I get kind of dark under there. It's probably lack of sleep. Don't do that. And then we'll just blend again. Windshield wipers, little circles. Much better. Yay. Okay, my favorite liner, the Benefit liner. It's a gel liner. Always wipe off the excess when you start with a Kleenex. And then again, there's tons of control with this liner. So start with the tip, and then if you want to go thicker up, and don't poke your eye out like I just almost did. If you want to go thicker, then you kind of bend into that whole, it's kind of an angled pen. So if you push down on that whole pen, you get a little bit wider of a look. Otherwise, stay at the tip, and you can get a lot of control and keep it really skinny. And then I like to angle it kind of up at the end, kind of get that winged line. Yep, and then I take it from the bottom corner and meet it, so I make a little triangle there. So the wing is really in right now, and I love it. But lots of control with the gel, and also this gel liner does not come off. So the negatives and the positives, the negative is it doesn't come off, the positive is it doesn't come off. You can cry, you can swim. This is also, I used the Urban Decay liner the last time, 24/7. This is the Stila liner to do your your waterline, the upper and the lower. It's also waterproof. So I love the Urban Decay, and I equally like the Stila. So next time if you want to try the Stila one, you can. Let me know what you think. But anyways, we're going to get both waterline, upper and lower, and now we're going to go in and blend that dark blue that the charcoaly color again. We're just going to blend that under the eye. And I, of course, am more dramatic, so I like to go thicker with my line. If you have smaller eyes or you just don't want to be quite as dramatic, then you want to stay really, really close to that lash line and just do a really small little line under there. You don't need to go too heavy. And if you wind up messing up and you get too much, then what you do is you go in with my favorite Q-tips and you just lick your Q-tip. I know, you might be grossed out, but guess what? If you wet it under the water, it's too wet and it'll mess up your makeup. So you just want it barely wet when you apply that. Okay, looks much better. Now look at my eyes. They look super dramatic and pretty. Yes, I think they do. But my eyebrows are super missing. So we're going to use the Anastasia Brow. Make sure you have an eyebrow pencil or applicator, a brush. And you want to just follow your eyebrow, but you want to extend your eyebrow. My eyebrow ends fairly short, so you want to extend it so it meets at the angle of where your eye, the corner of your eye is. Your eyebrow should go pretty much to that point, kind of on a diagonal. Doesn't that look so much better? Oh, and now I'm going back in, blending, blending, blending. You can never blend too much. So much better. It's looking good. Okay, back in with that Professional powder. There's no color. Oh, time to add that bronzer. So we took all the color out of our face when we put the foundation on, right? That foundation gives you one nice color. So you really want to add that color back in. So you go underneath the cheekbones, into the temple, into the forehead, and even your neck. And then let's highlight. That's the It palette. It's a contouring palette. I really only like the pink and the white that's in there. So you can find another highlighter that's not necessarily that full palette. You can ask the girls at Ulta what they like, but you're going to do above your cheekbones, your forehead, and your chin, and then blend, blend, blend. Okay, blush. This is Kinky by Urban Decay. It's a really natural, neutral, kind of almost a bronzy blush, but I really like this, especially if you're going for a really dark eye like that. You want to kind of be a little bit more subtle on your blush. Mascara. Boy, this is going so quick. The mascara is Urban Decay. It's the Big Fatty. I also like Perversion by Urban Decay, and I also like the Benefit eyeliner. So lots of good eyeliners out there, but I do apply my eyelashes, so I don't spend a super amount of time on my mascara. So I love the Revlon glue, particularly because it does have an applicator. There are other glues at Ulta, but this one is sold, I think, at Walmart and online. And go from the outside in or the inside out and just tap it in there. I have a whole tutorial on how to do your eyelashes, so if you don't get it really well this time, you might want to watch it. And it takes practice. So even though I'm telling you how to do it, you just got to practice. So blow on it, going, not, I know, super funny. But anyways, go outside in or inside out. Apply that lash. Make sure the glue gets a little bit tacky too first before you try to put it on so it doesn't just slip off. And voila! Doesn't that look good? Oops, time for some lips. So I like this lip liner. It's by It. It's a nude one. I'm not sure the name of it. I'll put it in below. I'll put all the products I use below the video so you can check that out. I like to just line my lips and go really neutral. That's the Bare Minerals lip gloss, the Moxie. I really like this lip gloss. Not sure on that color either. But there you go.